Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Foolish Fish Esoteric News with your weekly updates on the worlds of esoteric and occult book publishing and arts and events and paraphernalia. Thank you so much for tuning in once again, and thank you so much to miskatonicbooks.com for sponsoring the show. Miskatonicbooks.com are a fantastic resource if you're trying to find difficult to find occult books. Books that have been out of print for a long time, books that have been published outside of the United States. Miskatonic books are really a fantastic way of saving money on shipping for you in the United States. They also ship abroad, they ship internationally. They have this fantastic way where if they don't have the particular book that you're looking for, it's likely that they'll have the listing for it. And so you can register an interest in that particular book by leaving your email with them, and they will email you as soon as they have that book in stock. So my recommendation is to leave a like on their Facebook page so that you get regular updates on what's going on there. And if you head over to their actual website, you'll find that there's a way of signing up to their newsletter. I'm already signed up, so that's not being suggested to me as an option, but their newsletter has always got real gems there. And for example, last week I was telling you about how if you put books into your wish list on miskatonicbooks.com, then you may be eligible for being selected to get one or more of those books for free is sent to you, which is very cool. A really nice little lottery system going on there. But yes, of course, the most important aspect of miskatonicbooks.com is their ability to source books that have been out of print, right? Books that have been out of print for a long time. For example, the litanies of Thoth here, right here, the Ulrich edition from Theon Publishing, which you never get to see that anywhere else. It's just very cool, and many others, right? You've got the Green Mysteries in hardcover over here, and so on. So go and check out miskatonicbooks.com. All right, let me tell you a little bit about what I've been up to this week. I was invited onto Merrily Duffy's podcast, the Casual Temple, and I had so much fun, folks. It was so nice. That episode went live today, so if you listen to podcasts, you can find Casual Temple on all the podcast platforms. You can also find this as a YouTube video, so you can, however you enjoy listening to your podcasts, go and check that out. She's got some, I don't know, we seem to have a lot of overlap in the way we see the occult world, in the way we experience the esoteric in general, and we had a really nice chat. So if you're curious about how we got talking about the value of fairy tales and my attitude to Christianity, and all the stuff that I don't really talk that much about on my channel, but that is kind of close to my heart. Go and check out that episode. And more, of course, from Casual Temple. I'll leave all the links you need to know about down in the description. We've got news from David Hyam-Smith, who is announcing his next book, and let me just show you his comment down here. Yes, I put out a lot of books with very little time between them. I make no concessions to the readers in this regard. I work to redeem the threat of a life without the work. No stopping until death or incapacity. There we go. This is David Hyam-Smith's dedication to his work. To make sure that we've got all the stuff that he that has arisen as a result of his living for such a long time in in contemplation. And so all of these 25 years of contemplation, basically, he's now writing down all the conclusions that he's come to. And yeah, this is the latest one that he's announced, called Shattered Field of Reflections, which offers a unique version of the obscure 13th century text entitled The Fountain of Wisdom, which is surely one of the oddest and most difficult Kabbalistic works in existence. Rather than attract a separate commentary for the text, as he already did with volume 4 of the Lightning Flash of Aleph series, which I've got behind me here, the whole work has been rewritten to clarify a fuller expression of its vision, with an emphasis on its most special qualities. For comparative purposes, the original 13th century text is also provided in its entirety, supporting this monumental work on many diagrammatic representations of key principles that go hand in hand with the text. Through the synergy of these linguistic and graphic elements, the material has been given a new life and can be accessed in ways not possible at any other time in history. Very, very important work here by David Heim-Smith, and we're so grateful and very excited to see Shattered Field of Reflections very, very soon. All right, a couple of weeks, he says, right, a couple of weeks' time. Okay, let's move on to news from Anathema Publishing. So Anathema Publishing is celebrating its 13th anniversary, and it is, so Anathema Publishing is, from what I understand, they're moving their headquarters to another town altogether, which is going to be an expensive process. And as we know, their recent situation with the Kickstarter that they did, which was very successful, but unfortunately, because of the way the economy changed in the meantime, it's left them with a bit of a deficit. And so in order to raise some money for the move, they are making available an art print, of this work by Alex Ekman Lorne, entitled Melted Body. So I recommend reading the entire newsletter. It's very interesting how Gabriel Macari came across this this work of art, and how why it's available today as a limited edition art print. I believe they have received permission to print 150. I think it's 150 copies to help fund the relocation of their home office business, and as a way to underline Anathema's journey in the publishing business these last 13 years. Very, very cool stuff. If you've ever seen an Anathema Publishing art print, you'll know what the quality of these prints are. This isn't just your regular poster, right? These are just gorgeous tactile things, you know, lovely textured paper and you know, colors that really pop. Really beautiful stuff. These are art prints. They are not just print out posters, right? So 150 of these are being created, and they are available. Here's the full picture right here, and they are available directly on Anathema Publishing's website for 69 Canadian dollars, which is £40, and you can change your currency over here. Here we go. Let's change it to USD for our friends in the United States. That's $50 US. So there we go. Head over to Anathema Publishing for that art print, but also for everything else that they've got here, right? I mean, you know what treasures they have on their website, so I'll let you discover that at your own leisure. What else do we have? News from Troy Books. Spirit Chaser, The Quest for Beggar. Oh yeah, their website always does weird things when I try to visit. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. Originally published in, I'm not even going to be able to read it, am I? Originally published in 2012. I'm not even going to try. Okay. It's a true story of spiritual quest that turned into An inspirational occult pilgrimage. Maybe if I just refresh the page, hopefully, fingers crossed. Maybe, who knows. In June 1989, the author began following a series of psychic messages and significant synchronicity that led him to discover the enigmatic mystery of Saint Bega, the sacredness of the British landscape, and ultimately the experience the divine reality of the Celtic tradition of mysticism, miracles, and magic. Spirit Chaser takes us on a magnificent journey into the twilight past, into the twilight past of 7th century Britain and Ireland, and on a contemporary expedition of re-enchantment. This ultimately led into the heart of a common day quest, which uncovered the mystery that is the Sancta Bega, Bega, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, the sacred ring at the mystical centre of the British Isles. So if that sounds of interest to you, then there is a paperback edition available, which you can, there is a dust jacketed hardback edition available, and a special edition. They're all available. None of them are on pre-order. They all seem to be available. So that's very cool stuff. All right, let's move on to a few more mass market books. So first of all, Stephen Ellcock. If you don't know Stephen Ellcock, you're missing a treat. Stephen Ellcock collects art that is striking and that has a kind of an esoteric feel to it, right? And his latest book is called Elements, and it's as usual, it's published by Thames and Hudson, and I've already talked about how I love Thames and Hudson for producing books that are affordable, that are beautiful, that are well researched and interesting, and that really bring the mass market production up a notch, right? It's I struggle. Maybe Taschen. I guess Taschen are another book company on the same kind of level, but Thames and Hudson seem to be able to do the same thing for a little bit less money, right? I'm always impressed at the price points that Thames and Hudson make available. So, so I'm really very excited to see a new Stephen Ellcock book. Chaos, Order, and the Five Elemental Forces. As you can see, it's an alchemical take over here, and worth taking a closer look inside. You know, you can see that it's very graphic, as in it's very, as in it's graphic art, right? On the inside, it's very well illustrated, and but it's not just images, there's text there as well. Nice, very cool stuff. All right, next we've got Appalachian Folklore Unveiled. Mysterious happenings of folk spirits and mystic shades from the ancient foothills. Hosts of the leading ever-popular horror podcast network, Airycast, guide the reader through the winding trails and thick forests of Appalachia, encountering the ghosts, creepy creatures, paranormal sounds, and mysterious mists that cloak and roam this rarely accessed region, with an emphasis on the rich history and deep cultural roots that haunt the folklore unique to Appalachia. Darkness prevails, and Carmen Carrion illuminates the darkest and creepiest stories that have shaped a cryptic and essential aspect of Americana, including all of these weird and wonderful experiences and apparitions and legends of the region. Very, very cool stuff, it would seem, and it's available as a hardcover and as a Kindle book. There we go. Excuse me. I just click on the hardcover there. Are we going to get a look inside? Yeah, possibly. Yeah, can we have a look? There we are. Looks quite beautifully produced as well, doesn't it? Yeah, very nice. Who's the publisher here? Wellfleet Press. Okay, nice. Excuse me. Okay, we've got Tarot for Creativity next. Guide for igniting your creative practice. This looked quite exciting to me, the idea of using tarot not for divination but as a creative tool. It's also a great way to connect your creativity, discover how tarot can help you stay inspired and make your best work with this practical guidebook. I've in fact been using the tarot for this exact reason over the past couple of weeks now, and it's been very, very useful to me. So seeing this book today kind of made me go, maybe I'll talk about it. For modern mystics on any level, from the seasoned cartomancer to the total novice, Tarot for Creativity offers a fresh take on the rich tradition of the tarot. So that's a book by Chelsea Pippin Mizzi, and it's also available as a paperback or as a Kindle edition. Very nice. I'll let you read up on that blurb over there. And what else do we have? Oh yeah, so this this is nice. You may remember some time ago I pointed out a Kickstarter of the Wisdom of Pooh Tarot. Well, that is now available. It has the project is complete. People are starting to receive their Wisdom of Pooh decks and books, by the way. And if you would like to purchase a copy, some copies are in fact now available to purchase directly from the Rue and Vayne publishing store. And I really recommend checking out this little YouTube video that gives you an idea of what the deck looks like. It's gilded edges, and yeah, so clearly the artist has taken very close inspiration from E.A. Shepard's work. And it just looks really beautiful. It looks really, really nice. I think that if you like Winnie the Pooh, the actual A.A. Milne Winnie the Pooh, not E.A. Shepard, E.H. Shepard, excuse me. Yeah, if you like Winnie the Pooh, then I think you're gonna like this. I think you're gonna like this. There's no Tigger, although there is a new Tigger. A new version of the deck coming up in a few years' time. It says 2024, but I'm guessing they really meant 2028. Yeah, because Tigger isn't available, isn't public domain yet. Yes, Tigger became a part of the 100 Acre Woods a little bit later than the rest of Pooh's friends. But yes, looking at the video, you can really see how lovely the cards are, how nicely they're illustrated, but also the quality of the cards themselves. So yeah, you can actually take a look at the many pictures that are over here, and of course there's a full explanatory book. I've got it available in zlotys here. I wonder if I can change the currency to US dollar, but no, not immediately visible anyway. But yes, if I show you what the book looks like as well. The devil. Nice. Okay. Yeah, it looks really cool. Really, really nice. There we go. That's the Wisdom of Pooh tarot deck and accompanying book. A deep dive into the Wisdom of Pooh tarot. Lovely. Is that a... Yeah, it looks like it's got gilded edge as well, right? Yeah, very nice. Cool. We've got news from Aaron Leach. So Doc Solomon, being Aaron Leach, and Carrie Leach's website, their store. They every year they come out with an occult calendar for the following year, and that is currently available. So if you head over to the Doc Solomon's Occult Curios website, where they sell all kinds of things. I mean, everything that you could possibly want or need for work with the grimoires. They also have some books, so you can get the Secrets of the Magical Grimoires, his Aaron Leach's seminal book. But yes, this one is now newly available. Doc Solomon's Occult Calendar 2025. Put magical timing for your rituals into the palm of your hand with this compact booklet overflowing with astrological information, holidays, feast days, and tons of lore. This calendar includes feast days for several archangels and saints, the major Egyptian, Roman, and some Greek deities, and feast days for many historical and mythological figures of importance to the Solomonic tradition. Sorry about that. Let me just turn that off. Okay, let's continue. A later selection of the booklet provides short descriptions of each feast, holy day, or the figure of whom the day is important. For whom the day is important. I have also included the dates when the 7 planets enter and leave their zodiac signs of rulership, exaltation, fall, and detriment, as well as the dates upon which the sun and moon enter each sign, and when any planet goes retrograde or direct. Finally, I have included charts of the essential planetary dignities, the 28 mansions of the moon, the 24 magical hours, and the rulership of the 7 archangels over the hours of the day and night. This document will be updated yearly. So yeah, quite a lot going on there, and a very useful tool for the practicing magician. Okay, what else do we have? We've got an event over here happening in, I can't remember, it's happening in Cardiff. There we go, the Leonardo Hotel in Cardiff on Saturday, November the 1st. This is an in-person event, and there is also an online event a couple of days later on the 8th of November. So what is it? It's called the Earth, Sea and Sky Occult Conference 2025. And yeah, lots and lots happening, lots of exciting names presenting at the live event, lots of very exciting names presenting at the online version. So I'll just leave this up here so you can see. So for me, obviously the recognizable names are on the online version on the 8th, including Christopher Hughes, Julian Vayne, Jack Grail, and Sarah Mastros. So all of these very, very cool teachers. And I'm assuming that if we've got this kind of quality in the online version, then the live version will be just as exciting. So if you are anywhere close to Cardiff, then this is probably going to be on your radar already. And if you're not close to Cardiff, then you might be interested in that online edition of the Earth, Sea and Sky Occult Conference. Let's see. Connect with like-minded individuals who share your passion for the occult and spiritual practices. Discover ancient wisdom and modern insights that will deepen your understanding of the earth, sea, and sky. There we are. And then speaking of Julian Vayne, he's also a guest speaker at the Bristol Fringe. Magic in it, Bristol's monthly pagan moot. Do you have a magical thing? Join Bristol Pagan Moot, My Magical Thing, with Julian Vayne on Tuesday, 26th of November from 7:30 p.m. at the Bristol Fringe Pub in Clifton at Magic in It, Bristol's new pagan moot, for a live edition of every occult's favourite show and tell show, My Magical Thing. Guys, if you don't know My Magical Thing, go and check out Julian Vayne's YouTube channel. It's always so much fun. He gets real magicians in, right? Proper practitioners, and he asks them, "Hey, show us a thing that you'd like to show the world. Yeah, what's your magical thing?" And yeah, so he's had all the big names right on his show, and it's always a lot of fun. So once again, if you happen to be in Bristol, go and check that out. But if you don't happen to be in Bristol, then do go and check out Julian Vayne's YouTube channel. It's a lot of fun. It's just very, very short episodes, always enlightening, always interesting, very addictive stuff, right? Really, really nice. And then finally, my board game of the week is Masks of Nyarlathotep. Why is this exciting for me? It's just an announcement. They're only showing us the box for the moment. But this was a campaign for the Call of Cthulhu role-playing, tabletop role-playing game. And it's well known for being just the best campaign ever made for any platform whatsoever. And I own it. It's too long. I can't find enough time to read through the whole thing and actually lead a group in it, although my friends do keep clamoring. But to see it made into a board game makes me extremely excited. So of course it's an H.P. Lovecraft theme, and yeah, it just happens to be just very, very exciting, very, very exciting. It happens all over the world, at least the campaign, the role-playing game campaign happens in many different places. Takes you to New York, takes you to Shanghai, takes you to Kenya, takes you to various other places. It's very, very cool. So I don't know, is this going to do the same thing in a box? So it's Chaosium who are releasing this, who are making it available. So I'm assuming Chaosium are the ones who created the tabletop RPG, right? So I'm assuming it's going to be of that kind of quality. I'm just super, super excited to see that this is on the horizon, that this is going to be a thing at all. So yeah, if any of you know anything about the Call of Cthulhu RPG, then I'm sure you're probably going to be just as excited as I am. There we go, folks. That's what I've got for you this week. Thank you so, so much, as always, for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Become a member by hitting the join button, or by joining me on the Patreon. The Patreon really is the best way to support the channel if you would like to support the channel. It gives you access to the Foolish Fish Discord, what do you call it, server, and it's a lot of fun, and we have a nice chat over there. And yeah, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look after yourselves, look after each other, and see you very soon with another video. See you soon. Bye bye.